back with another video, and I don't think it's gonna be a long one, but basically it says woman blame man for her letting herself go. You know, most people can't take accountability. A lot of times it's women. You know, a lot of times it's always somebody else the problem for whatever goes on, no matter if they do it or herself does it. But let's get into this video.
Might not want to hear this, but your woman is a reflection of you. And I've never seen a woman who is loved correctly and healthily fully let herself go without her man intervening.
All right, welcome back to another video of Overreacting. No Booker, I go by the name of Eli. As always, we got Jew with us.
What it do, it's your boy Jew, and we out here overreacting for you. More content, more clips. Make sure you like and subscribe to that bitch. You heard? Almost fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
You did, but you know,
I mean, slow it down. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta enunciate, like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
do the Charlie clip. Psych! You know what I'm saying? Like, I got more.
Listen, this next clip was sent over to us by you guys, the viewers, and one thing about women, they always gonna find a way to blame men.
Yep.
For everything. Like, and this is
blame
this was one of them situations where you just got a question, like, did she just really blame that on men? Like, anyway, man, we're gonna play the video. We're gonna come back and give our thoughts.
I was gonna expound on the comment you were saying that in relationships, it's not just the men who get too comfortable, it's also the women who get too comfortable. And you mentioned, like, you used to look good and now you showing up in a bonnet. Men might not want to hear this, but your woman is a reflection of you. And I've never seen a woman who is loved correctly and healthily fully let herself go without her man intervening. So when we hit those moments of we starting to fall off, that affirmation, that confidence building, baby, let's do this, let's get you together. A man can bring you back to yourself as his reflection in such a way that she gonna take that bonnet off. She gonna want to look good for you.
She want to look good for herself. She's in a relationship. She's comfortable, you know, so she feel like she don't have to do the work anymore. She's not going to get her hair done as often, not keeping up with herself. Shit, more times than not, she's older, so she's gaining weight, or whatever the case is. There's nothing you doing. You know, we all grown adults and need to hold ourselves accountable. I can't hold you accountable. I can't make you do something you don't want to do as parents. I can't, sometimes I can't make my kid do what I want them to do. So how can I make another grown adult do what I want them to do? At the end of the day, people gonna do what they want to do, you know. In some certain cases and circumstances, your partner is a reflection of you, but more times than not, your partner gonna do what they want to do, no matter what you do or don't do. They're gonna show up how they want to show up for you, and not show up how they want to show up for you, no matter what you do or don't do.
If you ever want to see how well a man is loving his woman, see how well she takes care of herself. And you'll see a woman so put together, like, man, I know you being loved at home. I could tell by the way your skin glowing. I could tell by the way your edges is laid. I could tell by the way your nails is done. Versus you look at a woman who done had all the energy sucked out of your life. He putting you through it over there, girl. Your hair ain't been done in months. You ain't shaved them legs in a minute. So if you feel like the woman is letting herself go, ask yourself, your woman is your reflection. Am I loving her correctly to the point that she wants to show up as her best self? What can I do to even take her away from herself, right? Because as our safe spaces, sometimes it's not your man doing anything wrong. We deal with a lot of mental stuff.
But everybody deal with a lot of mental stuff, though. It's not just a gender thing. It's not just a woman thing. Men deal with a lot of stuff, too. And we figure or find a way to come out of it. Depression, stress, all that stuff. We all deal with it. We're all adults. We all going through something, no matter if we speak about it or we don't. So, as a man, you have to find a way to bring yourself out of depression or anxiety or whatever you're going through, while also finding a way to bring your woman out of it also, too. It's crazy work. But, you know, a lot of these grown women don't hold themselves accountable, as we can see. She wants you to figure out her shit while also figuring out yours. Yep.
Your mind is attacking you. Sometimes your emotions is getting the best of you. I need you to come and fight for me. So keeping me safe ain't just keeping me safe in the streets. Keep me safe from myself so much that I don't get to attack myself. And you come and intervene on my behalf when I start to let myself go instead of leaving me or cheating.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it. just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
So we live in 2025 where, you know, if you're telling your woman that she's letting herself go or you don't find her attractive as you once did, then she's either going to tell you, fuck you, I know somebody else that like it, or go deal with other women that you're attracted to. You know, you can't, more times than not, have these hard conversations with the person you're with. You can't tell them, hey, you're letting yourself go. You used to be thinner. You know, hey, let's go to the gym a few times a week. You know, let's start eating more healthier. Shit, like, if somebody don't want to do something, they're not going to do it no matter what you say or you don't say. Shit, even your kids not going to do what the hell they don't want to do, even if you're the person who take care of them. So imagine somebody your age or whatever the case is. If they don't want to do something, they're not going to do it. It's just not in them to do it. It's nothing you can say or do to motivate them to do it. That's just who they are, you know, or not who they is. You don't have somebody really in love with fitness, with going to the gym, with eating healthy. You don't have to say anything for them to do it. They're just going to do it, you know. If somebody not, they're just going to make excuses why they can't do it, why they can't show up for themselves. Shit, if you're not showing up for you, how you expect me to make you show up for you? I can't show up for you more than you show up for yourself. What happened to the volume?
Yo, Jew, man. We just had to have a moment of silence there because we had to just really comprehend, like,
Yo,
what
I
we
need
just
we
listened
need,
to. Like, yo.
we need a seance. We need that shit that they got inside of the new movie. What's the new movie that?
Oh,
The Conjuring. Yeah,
yeah.
we need the priest to
The-
sage the room before we
They
listen
fighting
to shit like
demons,
that.
like,
Yo, she said we gotta help her from fighting herself. So if you don't know what's wrong with you, how am I supposed to help you?
Mhm.
There's no accountability. Women need to wake up and at least hold themselves accountable. Shit, I got a lady at home and she keep that bonnet on. I don't give a fuck if I pay for that hair or not to get done. She keeping that bonnet on. So, you know, I think there's a lot of stuff where that take me as I am mentality. And I talk to my bros about this all the time. And she clearly don't date black women, or she clearly ain't with a black man where she's been that black woman, because this experience that they speak of, that you're gonna just make them feel so magical when they don't know what's fucking wrong with them, that you have to go find out what it is. So they're gonna blame you for everything.
Look, at the end of the day, it's like that same thing where they be saying, I'm masculine, into a masculine man come make me feminine. He be so masculine that I turn feminine. No, they're not. At the end of the day, this is who they are as a person. Y'all been together for so long, they got comfortable, they got complacent. They like, all right, I got this man. This relationship is secure, held down. He not going anywhere. I can put whatever out there, and he's just gonna deal with it, you know. And that's just where she at her life. And a lot of people get there, and it ain't just relationships. That's school, jobs, life in general. You know, sometimes you get to a certain point in your life and you just get comfortable and you stop caring, or you stop putting in that effort, or you stop showing up. And that's men and women, you know. But in this particular case, how the hell I'm gonna have you show up for you, you know? And you don't want to show up for you. How can I force you to be somebody you don't want to be? It's women who men go to the gym 4 or 5 days a week, eat healthy, has changed his whole life, whole diet around, and she still haven't changed. You know, there's some women who follow their man lead and like move how he move, and there's some women that like, you know what? Although we're in this relationship, we're two different people walking two different paths, living two different lives. That's the journey you on. I respect it. Kudos to you. I'm not doing that shit. It's some dudes that get their haircut every week, every 2 weeks, and that girl ain't taking off that damn bonnet, ain't getting their hair done, ain't doing nothing. you know. And some call it low maintenance, but it just is what it is. That's just who she is, you know. And that's up to you if that's something you want to deal with or not.
And there's some women that will grace you with their beauty and the blessing of being around them, and they make sure they cater to their man because they know that's what they man like and what that man wants to see. But there are some women that has that take me as I am mentality and feel like they don't have to, you know, look a certain way for their man, or they don't have to do certain things to make him feel special. And it goes back to what are they receiving? And when you get that type of woman, you gotta really acknowledge if you want to be with that type of woman, because that selfishness is a problem long term. A lot of these ways is from, and I do take blame, and men should take blame because we're the reason why they feel like they can act that way. We're the reason why she's now telling you to take me as I am. It's my fault that my woman is comfortable wearing a bonnet every time I see her because I never made an issue about it. I just
Yeah, I say this a lot of times. The reason we are where we are as a society, with relationships, with marriage, with just love in general, is because most men are so lustful and have no self control or self discipline that they accept any and everything. And once you accept any and everything, it becomes the new norm. You know, a lot of these chicks that's 4, 5, and 6 act like 8, 9s, and 10 because they got all these different men pursuing them. Your woman don't see the need and to act right with you in your relationship because she feel like, nigga, if you don't motherfucking act right or you don't put me on a pedestal or do what I want you to do, then I'll just get rid of you and somebody else will step up. Not knowing that majority of these dudes only want to fucking knock the Mario coins out of you and send you back to the streets. If you were the man who really cares about you, then both of y'all should find a way to figure out y'all shit together. Which most people think the grass is green on the other side. But the thing about that grass green on the other side shit, the grass is green wherever you water it. If you're not watering where you at, shit ain't gonna be green. And then not only that, a lot of us get so intrigued with the not knowing. Okay, I know this person. I know this person don't get their hair done. I know this person show up for me sometimes. Da 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 da. But I don't know that other person. I don't know if that person gonna show up for me every time. I don't know if that other person gonna always take care of themselves. A lot of people be so intrigued with the not knowing the other person or how it is to be with that other person, they will leave somebody that's good for them or good to them to go see, and that person is worse off. I was just saying that earlier, like some people be so intrigued with the like not knowing and the mystery. Like you don't even know this person could be the worst fucking person ever. Like you just left a good person, which don't come out often. In a day and time we're living in, there's not a lot of good people. You just left a good person to go be with a horrible person, all because you didn't know how it would be to be with that person. Man, fuck all that.
And now, when I do have an issue with it, it is my fault because I should have nipped the shit in the bud. I don't want to see that shit every day. I don't want to see a baggy t-shirt every day. Put on some lingerie. Let me see your ass walk around back and forth. Do something sexy. You know what I'm saying? Like, do things that make men happy. Yo, my apologies, bro.
No,
You gotta understand, in this day and time we live in, men happiness is like the last thing that matters. So them doing something to make you happy, make you smile, make you feel good about yourself, no, don't give a fuck about that. You be lucky if you get that on holidays and birthdays if they show up for you, you know. So they not, it ain't about to be a fucking random Friday, Saturday night. You don't had a long week and she about to put on some lingerie, you know, find your favorite movie and y'all had drinks and, you know, a little movie night. You lucky if you get that shit when it's time to celebrate you. Randomly, no.
and
I'm getting a little personal. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the Holy Ghost from the Conjuring movie was taking control of me.
Take control of you.
So
Okay.
when you watch this, you know what I'm saying, just know I got, you know what I mean?
You gotta drink some holy water at the screen, like this is at your phone.
Oh yeah, because we gotta save her from herself.
Herself, yeah.
Don't save her from us. We not doing nothing wrong.
It's never been easier to start a podcast than with Riverside. Here's how it works. First, go to riverside.fm and open an account, and then you'll be able to capture high-quality video and audio from practically anywhere in the world. When it comes to editing, Riverside is perfect for beginners. Even if you have zero experience, you can use their AI tools and intuitive editing features to create a professional
From herself.
Yeah. I think self-care is not is no one's else's responsibility except for yourself. That's why it's called self-care. Like, you know what I mean? like it's not them care or like him care or some shit. Like, it doesn't.
Yo, you just exposed the most hardest question.
Clearly, that's the most complicated shit. Like, I hate when women continuously try to put things and blame men for everything, bro. Like, it's outrageous. You see yourself, you're letting yourself go. And we damned if we do, we damned if we don't. We have talked to our friends, our homeboys who felt like, damn, when I talked to my homegirl about, my shorty about her letting herself go, it's an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, let's go to the gym, let's compromise, let's do this is an issue. And now the fact that, oh, you see that you stuffing your face with goodies and snacks. Matter of fact, maybe that's a detriment to me because I created a space for you to feel so comfortable and not have to worry about eating and doing all this stuff that you now have become so gluttonous that you look like Miss Piggy. And now I should just love you for you. Like, no, like, stop trying to put everything onto a man because a man can't do the reverse and be like, damn, you know what? I let myself go because of my shorty been fitting. And that happens to men. It does happen to men, the same thing. But we don't have that excuse because what women gonna do? They're gonna cheat with the nigga that's looking, damn. They're gonna cheat with the man that's looking better. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it really irked me to hear her say that. And it reminded me of, remember that video not too long ago?
So not just on that subject, look, fellas, to some kind of degree, you're going to have to compromise. That's just a relationship. Sacrifice, compromising, things of that nature. But don't compromise so much of yourself that you lose yourself. Because a lot of times, she's with you because the man you were when she first met you. So if you compromise so much that you lose that man, that person, she might step out on you with a nigga that is just like how you used to be. Because you're no longer that man. Because you bend and contorted yourself so much that you're a whole different person, a person you don't recognize, a person that she's no longer attracted to. A lot of times, a lot of these women say they want a certain thing, and then when you give it to them, that's not what they wanted. But they had to get it first to realize that's not what they wanted. So once you become that person that she wants you to become, a lot of times, she don't even want that nigga. She wanted who you was at first. That's how you got her. You know, but like I said, relationships, marriages, love, all that whole dynamic is compromising and sacrifice. But don't compromise so much of yourself that you lose yourself, that you become somebody that you don't recognize, she don't recognize, that she can't even really be with.
And it was a plus-size woman, and she was trying to blame
her boyfriend.
No, she was trying to blame her being plus-size with racism or something like that. Like, I'm gonna have to edit and insert the clip. But
I thought you were talking about the video when a woman went to her husband and he was saying that you're not looking good anymore.
No. We did that one.
Yeah.
But there was another video where this woman was trying to blame her being obese and overweight.
Yeah, well, I seen both of them. The husband went to his wife and told her, like, hey, you know, you kind of out of shape. You know, you 20, 30 pounds heavier. I believe she said, like, she just had a baby or whatever. And like, okay, well, our baby, like, 5-6 months, you can get back in the gym. You know, you don't have to make that excuse, but we make time for the things that we want, and we make excuses for the things that we don't.
Racism. Instead of just being like, no, you overweight because...
Oh, she was saying it because she was black girl. Like, yeah, I know. I think
Like, I hate when people talk about black women being obese. I hate it. because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't create. The research says that black women, when we do the same diets as white women, we lose less weight and we lose it slower. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
The reason I'm overweight, this is the same thing. Like, you let yourself go because, you know, he's not loving it. Like, no, like, that doesn't make any sense. And this is a detriment because there's women in other communities, and I hate to be the person to do this. There's women in other communities
You don't hate doing this.
that's actively making sure they continuously are making sure that they looking right for their man. Like, you know what I mean? So for you to keep coming up with excuses of why you can't look your best, you know, for your man.
Look, I don't even go to the mall that often anymore, but the few times in like the last few years I have gone to the mall, I would see, I'm gonna just be blunt. I would see women of other races pregnant, walking around, you know, making sure they walk around, make sure that they stay in shape, you know, so when they do drop that baby, you know, it would be less work to, you know, either get back in shape or, you know, they just stay in shape because they were working out while they're pregnant. At the same token, I have seen black women pregnant, smoking and drinking. And not only that, I remember years ago I made this TikTok where I said, so this one chick, she had posted, if she's pregnant and her baby daddy and her no longer together and he's out sleeping with other women, she's going to sleep with other men while she's pregnant. Black woman said that, and a lot of black women agreed with that. Said, that's how I'm going to move. I said, oh, we lost the plot. Yeah. Y'all really fucked up. You can't say, you know what, for 8, 9, 10 months, however long you're pregnant, I'm going to sacrifice this for my child. I'm going to sacrifice my needs and my wants for my child. At that point, I knew that we was losing. I knew that we was losing.
For yourself, you should want to look the best for yourself, because the only time they seem, we talk about this all the time, the only time women seem to want to get dolled up is when they going out with their homegirls. They want everything. They probably going to the gym, not even for their man, for their homegirl. Like, you know what I mean? So, you know, yeah, they would do the most for their homegirl. They want to.
I've said that time and time again.
They put on their.
I mean, it's for their homegirl, but not only for their homegirl, it's for the male gaze. You know, they're about to go out to the club. All these different guys are going to, you know, be actively trying to sleep with your woman. You know, hey, we got a VIP over here. We got 4, 5 bottles. We got this, we got that, trying to impress your woman to sleep with her. They don't give a fuck that she's married, 5-year relationship, 10-year marriage. They could care less. You know, if your woman is going, if your woman is green, toodles to them. Like, the club for a man and a woman is like it's rare that women come approach men at a club. It's rare that women come approach men in any setting. Most women don't approach men because they're not trying to get rejected. But your woman, married, relationship, whatever, engaged, they don't care. They don't care. Oh, you can't have friends? No, she can't have friends. But men don't care. They're just trying to see if they can get that one night, that one nut with your woman. You know? Yeah, man, that's why in their relationship. Nah, I met a chick at the club. She had a whole ring on her finger, and she did whoop 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 in the car, in the bathroom. Yeah.
Best outfit for their homegirls. I promise you. I know y'all get tired of me saying this, but they probably want to bump coochies. I'm sorry, like I just, there's just too much evidence there that they want to bump coochies. Because why you want to always look good for your homegirl, but you only want to look good for the man that you're having sex with? Listen.
I mean, majority of women are bisexual, and I say that because chicks go out, they get drunk, and whatever, they start rubbing on each other, smacking on each other, private parts, and things of that nature. I ain't never got drunk or high in my life and ever said, you know what, I want to touch one of my homies. Never, ever crossed my mind. So when these chicks get drunk, they go out to the club, they rubbing, on each other's body parts and stuff. It's because they want the liquor is bringing out the honest them, the true them that they scared to live in. You know.
Being facetious, but I'm not really. But yeah, it's just like that is this part that's really irks me, man. So
That's the truth, man. And it's crazy. I think us as fellas, we gotta just stop coddling them. Because a lot of the times we let them, whine their way out of it. You know what I mean? Or, we be like, you know what? All right, we let you, or we don't want to, go back and forth. We don't want to really have a huge disagreement, but we got to stop coddling them. They're not our children, even though they want to be treated like children. They want to be respected as adults, but treated like children. They want you to baby them all day. And we got to rip the fucking Band-Aid off, man.
the thing I really dislike about some women is that they want a man to come in and solve every single problem they have in life. And none of our problems get solved. You know what I mean? Like, we're expected to come in, be a therapist, be your financial advisor, be
Exactly.
your provider, do all this, maintain all of your emotions, the emotional spectrum that you're going through, be able to navigate that. And we don't get the same energy back. Like, you know what I mean? We got to solve all of your problems, and you can't even solve me a problem with making a sandwich for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And cooking is something that you have to do regardless if you have a man or if another person have a woman or whatever the case may be. We gotta eat. You got paying bills is you gotta live. You get what I'm saying? So like, what else are you doing? To make that person happy.
Yeah.
Cause pussy ain't it. I need more.
Anyway, man, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Was she spitting facts? Was she not? Like, maybe we misconstrued what she was saying. Like, maybe we was just being too ignorant. Maybe we ain't really grasp what she was saying. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. We drop new content on the channel every single. Hit the notification bell.
No, I don't think y'all misconstrued what she was saying. I hit it on the nose. She was trying to avoid accountability, which a lot of women do. You'll bring something to the forefront, something to the table. Like I said, with the unattractive thing, hey, babe, you gaining weight, let's start going to the gym, let's start eating healthier. Oh shit, well go fuck with the other chicks that, you're attracted to. What the fuck? Where y'all want to get to in a relationship is on the other side of that hard conversation. But if nobody's going to take accountability or even have that conversation, then y'all not going to be getting very far. Y'all going to be like a snail in a race. But yeah, a lot of times it's hard to have a conversation with somebody who don't take accountability and always see themselves as the victim. You get nowhere with that. It's hard to be with somebody who always see themselves as the victim. No matter if you did something or they did something, you're always going to be the problem. If you're always the problem, then y'all ain't going to be getting far. But, appreciate y'all for stopping through. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. City Star King.